The family meeting is in full swing in Morocco. I mean, from the Dripsters grand entrance to the royal opening ceremony. Guys, and of course, who'd forget that banger from El Kabi, which by far is definitely the early contender for the goal of the tournament. Whew. Mind you, it's only just the beginning. So, Africa, brace yourself and buckle up because we're in for a treat. Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the AFCON podcast. My name is Brighton, the Price Town Fanagan Jomani. And speaking of goals, today I'm very pleased to introduce two gentlemen who know how to find their way to the back of the net without any GPS coordination. One, definitely we know that Malawi is not in part of this, AFCON, but we had to summon just one player, their prolific striker, the captain, Gaba Mhango, just to get the glimpse of what it feels to be part of this historic moment. And then alongside him, it's one gentleman who needs no introduction. I'm just going to do his celebration. Just to remind you how he used to terrorize the defenders. This is the man who has worn the Bafana jersey, who has captained the side, and he's all-time second leading goal scorer in that Bafana rankings, Coach Shaun Bartlett. Gentlemen, how are you today? Gaba, I'm going to start with you. The trip, Mfana, Yonkinto Iraiti, everything is just fantastic. I don't know, Malawi is not there, but what's wrong? What happened?
No, I'm good, boss, I'm good. Malawi is not there, of course, but AFCON is good to watch, man. You have to watch AFCON, is good, man.
But you are here with the drip, so that's why we had to summon you here. I'm not sure about Coach Shaun, right? Because Coach Shaun and that drip, Coach?
Different generations, that's why. He comes with a modern day drip. I come with the old school.
Old school. I see what you just did.
Linen pants, t-shirt. It's almost like a Miami Vice look, Just call me Tubbs.
But Coach, when you see the grand entrance from all the countries, what does it signify when it comes to our culture?
Listen, there's something you cannot take away from Africans. It's the way we dress. We're always going to be full of color. We always have the swag. We represent. And we carry that also onto the field, the way we play. No other nation can replicate the skill, the speed, that flair that we have. And that's what we even saw in match day one, from across the board, 29 goals. That's why you have two strikers here.
So it should be the striker's corner, basically, And now for me as a goalkeeper, I'm terrified because you guys, you definitely know how to find the back of the net. But Coach, I want to move on to Gabatinho because he's worried his nation didn't make it to the family meeting and we had to summon him here. Relax. We're just giving you a taste. We're not saying anything bad. Coach is talking about the drip. We saw a lot of countries came in all dripped up. Ivory Coast, one of those. However, was that replicated on the field of play? Because I know what it does for a player to come in all dripped up. It gives you confidence. But did we see the confidence on the field of play?
Yeah, I could see the confidence. Like Coach said, the drip also it take motivation for you to go in the pitch because you can see the way people dress. The way you dress, it shows as a player. That I need to present or I need to do the best. The guys are dressing well, man.
He says the guys are dressing well. Now, Gaba, let's talk about the highlight for you of the tournament because yes, much as we're talking about the trip, there was this royal opening ceremony. So beautiful to witness. What did you make of that?
I know it's something that every player I think want to be in that moment. You could see the way the celebrations there, the way people, the surrounding was. Can see that Africa people love football, man. Can see it.
Coach, now we look at opening ceremonies that always set the tone, for prestigious tournaments. And obviously, when you see what went down in Rabat, it just takes you back to your World Cup days. It takes you back to a whole lot of moments. It takes us back to South Africa also hosting our very own. How much of an impact does it have to the nation and for the tournament at large?
Listen, I think when it comes to opening ceremonies, it sets the tone for the tournament. Besides the fact that obviously you're showcasing what's available in Morocco and the country itself and the culture, but it sets the tone. And that's why even worldwide nowadays, when it comes to opening ceremonies, even halftime shows, You know, all the big people are coming in, and they want to be part of this.
Yeah.
You know, you have musicians, you have artists, you have rappers, you have everybody that want to be part of this. And I think Morocco obviously set the tone, and hopefully, like we said, we've got one match they're gone. We've got a couple more to come in the group stage, and I'm pretty sure we're going to see a lot more entertainment coming our way.
Talking about the matches, coach, we saw Morocco opening up the tournament.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on that game?
You know, everybody, and including yourself, and for me as well, I think Al-Kabi goal was, you know, phenomenal. But I thought the Diaz goal was also, it was a team goal, you know. The individual brilliance, you're always going to have that with that Al-Kabi goal. I think nobody expected that to happen in the opening game. But again, it showed us that we're in for a treat here come this AFCON.
So do you agree with me that it is goal of the tournament contender?
It's definitely a contender for goal of the tournament. You know, remember, we've still got quite a few games to go. So as the opening game and to come up with the overhead kick like that, it's definitely a contender.
Maybe let's hear from another striker here. What are you saying? Because for us, it's easy to talk from the outside. Me and Coach Shaun, we're done with that. You are still active. So when you look at that goal, Gaba, do you think it's one of the goals that can probably go to the Puskas?
Yes. And I think there's a more beautiful goal coming. You know, the tournament is just started.
Yeah.
And I think there's a more beautiful goal that we're going to see at AFCON.
Yeah, and then you look at Morocco's performance overall. Were you impressed by that as an opener? Because coach is talking about setting the tone. The opening ceremony did that. Yes, the Drip Stars did that as well. But now, the business of the day is on the field of play. And that's what Morocco did, getting the 3 points, no matter how they got it.
Yeah, you know, it's a team that they're playing at home. They have advantage of the supporters. So I think, you know, when you play at home and you have people behind you, and I think it's a team that I think they're going to do well. I can see from the first game they're going to do well. But, you know, game is a game, we'll see. Because everyone go there, it's a battle, we'll see. Yeah.
So much as you're not part of the family meeting as Malawi, have you adopted a nation that you're supporting there?
I'm supporting South Africa because this is basic I am.
Hey, we were waiting for that one. You look
My
at
lifetime is here.
We were waiting for that one to see. He knows where his bread is buttered, Coach. He knows where his bread is buttered. But now, Coach Shaun, we found ourselves now, a whole lot of people saying the tournament started the following day. Mainly for one particular reason. The big boys have landed. Bafana.
Yeah, you know, one of the favorites. I think it's always good considering the last tournament, how we got to the semi-finals. You spoke about Morocco, you know, I think there's a few teams that labored, you know, into results, you know, Ivory Coast, Cameroon. But when it comes to match day one, opening game, it's about 3 points. That's all you're looking for. Performance can come afterwards. And South Africa also, you know, Lyle coming to the party with the assist and the goal. I think you want your big players to turn up.
Yeah.
And that's what Hugo Bruce is, you know, expecting from Lyle, from Oswin. And imagine if Mbakazi's shot was on underneath the bar.
Apparently they're
That
still
would have been
welding the bar to make sure that it's...
I think there's a hole in that bar where he took that shot. And we've seen it in domestic league.
Yeah.
You know, how he scored. He can hit it from distance. But for me, it's always about a national team gaining momentum.
Yeah.
You know, and starting with the win, it's very important because you can build on that, take a lot of positives. And we know our match day 2 game against Egypt is going to be very, very tough.
It's going to be a very tough one, Gaba. You look at now the SADC region. You know, we have Botswana, we have Zambia, we have Bafana, we have Angola and Mozambique. And the reaction from the fans is that all the SADC region nations, they gave their best, apart from one, right, which is Botswana. And you can't blame them because they were playing against top dogs. But when we look at Mali playing against Zambia, did you expect that result? It was a 1-0 draw where I think Zambia gave a good account of themselves as well.
Yeah, you could see the way Zambia was playing. You know, Zambia, the team that they've been best since, you know. And I think you could see the way the guys they're performing. And you can see the guys that they're showing that they want to win the game. But end of the day, they get a draw. Let's see that the next game, we just keep all the best for the next game.
And who do you think within the SADC region is going to make it out of the group? and progress further with the performances that you saw. Match day one, we saw Angola holding their own against us. You saw Zimbabwe doing the unthinkable against Egypt, and Mozambique wasn't bad either.
Yeah, but I won't say which is which, but like Coach said, what matters is the first game. If your first game you get 3 points, I think it's easier to get a second one, because more important thing is the first game. So we see some team that they drop points, but they should not give up. You never know, because the second game they can turn things around. So,
hey, Coach, he's giving us a political answer. You can tell that he
very diplomatic.
He's very diplomatic, this guy. It's fine. You are allowed,
Yeah.
Some of them, they are there at your expense. You would have loved to be there as Malawi. But, Coach, when I bring this question back to you, we always... I want to find the nice phrase for this word, but most of the time you find that the SADC region is almost being looked upon, as one of those who are still trying to find our feet in the continent as well. What did you make of the performances?
Yeah, I think like you indicated, I think Mozambique gave a good account of themselves, Angola, Zimbabwe surprised Egypt a little bit as well. Always as South Africans, we know and expect our team to go all the way.
Yeah.
But, as far as the SADC region, like you mentioned, unfortunately, Angola and Zimbabwe is in our group.
Yeah.
So who do we want to qualify there? It's got to be...
They can. I mean, it's first, second, and third best.
And the third best.
Yeah.
So, I think, Zimbabwe surprised a lot of nations, to be honest. With that performance, I don't think a lot of people expected that. And we as South Africans know Zimbabwe because they gave us, heart palpitations with the World Cup qualifier and they drew 0-0. So they're well capable of, having that discipline and resilience to actually surprise people. So they might even end up third in our group, and who knows? I think it will be good for the country as well.
So are you able to predict Group A, Zambia also making it out of that group?
It's going to be tough, I'll be honest in saying. It's going to be tough, but I think the best chance would probably be a third place, and that's how we can qualify. You don't have to be in the top two. So if you can get the best third place, it will give an extra boost as well.
I want to bring a fun element here, Coach Shaun, where also there's a quiz, know? Yeah, AFCON quiz.
It's surprising us here now.
Yeah. So I'm going to start easy, and then we'll progress based on the knowledge.
Okay.
So, Coach Shaun, to you, when did Senegal win the AFCON?
When?
Yes.
The
which
year?
The most recent one.
I'm going to go 2021.
Do you still remember who scored in the final? Come on, as a striker.
No.
I'm glad I got you when it comes to that one, because I don't know either.
Oh, this guy.
Gaba Mhango.
Yeah.
So now you're in a moment where I'm also going to heat things up, okay?
Okay.
So, who scored 4 goals in the history of AFCON?
4 goals.
Yes. I'll make it easier again.
Any name?
Any name, but I'll make it easier again.
Okay.
It's from South Africa.
Are you talking about in one game?
Yeah, in one game.
Okay, yeah.
In one game.
Yeah, you should know it.
You should know it.
Coaching Kenya.
I mean, he coached you. I'm giving it to you again.
He coached me.
Yes.
Hey, I have so many coaches that coach me.
You know what? While he still thinks of it, it's okay to for him to think and to miss out, because definitely you're not part of the family meeting, but it's okay.
Tell him where. Where did he coach you?
Amazulu.
Okay, now you must know. It's a South African player that's coaching now, and he coached at Amazulu.
He's coaching in Kenya now.
Oh, Coach Ben.
Yes.
Okay.
Coach Benny McCarthy.
Yeah, Coach
he
Ben.
scored 4
Namibia.
goals against Namibia in AFCON.
1990.
1 game.
Yo. That's a history.
Gentlemen, before I let you go, it's been an absolute pleasure, but I just want to get quick predictions, right? Match day 1 out. We spoke about teams that are making it out of the group. I just need bold predictions from you guys. Who's going to the final? Gaba. And we'll come back and revisit this conversation.
Who's going to the final?
Am I too far? Okay, it's fine. If I'm far ahead, Egypt, Bafana. Your predictions?
It's going to be 2-1 for South Africa.
2-1 for Bafana. Yeah. Do I really need to go there?
Yeah, no, you know, sometimes you got to give prediction with the head and not the heart. I would love Bafana to win, you know, but I think it's going to be a draw. It's going to be a very tactical game. I think it's going to be a draw, probably a 1-1 or 2-2. My favorite after the Botswana result, I think Senegal is looking very good. That's my honest opinion. But as a dark horse, South Africa definitely. Once we gain momentum, we can surprise a lot of countries. So Senegal favorite, and then
to win the tournament.
And Bafana dark horse. Yeah.
So basically, we can have Bafana and a Senegal final.
That would be nice.
Coach Shaun, I'll hold that thought, and I'll hold you to that with Gaba as well.
Sure.
This has been an absolute pleasure, just spending time with the top strikers, the man who can put them top bins. That's how they call it these days. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed it. This is one of many that are coming. It is the AFCON podcast, and Africa to the world. It's going to be a beautiful one. Stay tuned.